All right, let's dive into this one. It didn't pick the best answer. It just picked the first good one.
You know that feeling, right? You get an answer from some system. Maybe your map app gives you a route, and it's fine. It's correct. But you can't shake this feeling that it's just disappointing. Like, there has to be a better way. Well, that's exactly what we're going to get to the bottom of. Okay, first up, expecting the best. Let's start with what's going on in our own heads, our intuition. It all kicks off with what we think is going to happen when we ask for a solution.
So think about it. It's a super common thing we do every day. You have some problem, and you turn to this powerful system for an answer. Maybe you're trying to find the absolute fastest way across town, or the best way to sort a bunch of data.
And our expectation here is totally reasonable, right? We figure, hey, this is a supercomputer, basically. It's got all this information. So naturally, we assume it's going to look at all the options and spit out the one single perfect solution. The absolute best route, the most elegant arrangement, the best choice, period. But then, what actually happens? It often doesn't line up with what we were hoping for. Instead, we get something that's just good enough. So, just like you asked, the system comes back with an answer. And look, the answer it gives you isn't wrong. The directions it gave, they'll get you where you need to go. The solution works, it's adequate, it's functional. But you just know something's a little off. Maybe you even spot a slightly better route yourself. Or you realize, wait a second, if I just changed this one little thing, it would be so much better. It's good, but it's definitely not the best. And that's the big question, isn't it? If this thing is so powerful and a better answer is just sitting right there, why didn't it find it? Did it mess up? Is the system flawed somehow? Well, here's the thing. It's not a flaw at all. It's actually a deliberate strategy. And to really get it, we need to jump back in time a bit to an idea from the 1950s. This brings us to the core idea from a Nobel Prize winner named Herbert A. Simon. He basically said that this whole concept of perfect rationality, where someone carefully weighs every single possible option before making a choice, is just not how the real world works. We're all limited by time, by the information we have, by our own brain power. He had a great name for it, bounded rationality. And Simon came up with this brilliant word for how we deal with these limits, satisficing. It's like a mashup of satisfy and suffice. The point isn't to find the absolute, hands-down, best possible solution. The point is to just look through the options until you find one that hits a certain bar, one that's, you guessed it, good enough. And that right there is exactly how a lot of these big computational systems are built. Their main goal isn't perfection, not even close. Instead, what the system is really optimized for is something else entirely: speed. It's built to find a workable, good enough answer, and to do it fast. Think of it like a shortcut, a rule of thumb that's all about being efficient. There's a great way to picture this, an analogy called hill climbing. Imagine you're standing somewhere in a huge, foggy mountain range. Your goal is to get to the highest point possible. The catch? The fog is so thick you can only see the ground right around your feet. So what's your strategy? Well, it's pretty simple. Always take a step uphill. And you just keep doing that, step after step, always going up until there's no up left to go. You've made it to the top of a hill. You're at a peak. Okay, so here's the key takeaway. That peak you just found, that's what's called a local optimum. It's the highest point right where you are. But because of that fog, you have absolutely no idea if the global optimum, the true highest peak in the entire range, is just over the next ridge. The system is designed to stop at that first peak, that first good answer it finds. It's not designed to keep looking for the very best one. And this really pulls back the curtain on a core design choice. It's this constant trade-off between speed and perfection. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but why? Why build a system like that? Why not just, get rid of the fog, let it see the entire landscape, and find the actual highest peak? Well, the reason is, for most of the really complex problems we're talking about, exploring that entire landscape of possibilities is basically impossible. The number of options isn't just big, it's astronomical. We're talking trillions upon trillions. Trying to check every single one isn't just slow, it's just not practical. It can't be done. And this chart really puts it into perspective. Finding a good enough answer can take, a few seconds? But finding the absolute single best answer? That could take years, or maybe it would never finish at all. The system is built to make a choice, and it chooses speed.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together and finally solve this puzzle. So that disappointing answer you got, that wasn't a bug. It wasn't an error. The system didn't fail you. It did exactly what it was built to do. What you're seeing is a fundamental trade-off. It's a choice between getting a perfect answer and getting a practical one. In order to give you any answer in a reasonable amount of time, it has to give up on the guarantee of finding the very best one. It's always going to pick a good, fast solution over a perfect one that might take forever. So let's go back one last time to that first question we had. Why did this incredibly powerful system give you an answer that was just okay, but not amazing? Because it was never actually looking for the highest peak in the entire mountain range. Its entire job was to just start walking uphill, find the first peak it could, call it good enough, and then report back to you. Our intuition as humans expects perfection. We expect optimization. But these systems, they're built on a different principle, satisficing. And that's why they do what they do.